Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the wild world of corporate filing, sometimes uncovering more than the company wants us to know, because today we are diving into a special kind of report from a company called UNIFI Incorporated, and let me tell you, they are giving us a peek behind the curtain of their latest financial performance, and a little something extra heads up about a big investor call. So what exactly is this document we are looking at? Think of it as a breaking news flash from a company to the public and the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC is called a Form 8K, and UNIFI Incorporated used it to drop some important information on the 3rd of February 2026. Now, UNIFI Incorporated is a company you might know in the materials industry. They make things like recycled and synthetic fibers and yarns used in clothing, home furnishings, and even car interiors. The big news here is that on the 3rd of February 2026, UNIFI released their financial report for the second fiscal quarter, which ended on the 28th of December 2025. This is like the company telling us how much money they made and spent, and importantly how profitable they were during that 3-month period. But that is not all. They are also giving us a sneak peek at something happening. The very next day, the 4th of February 2026, UNIFI will be hosting a conference call. This is where company leaders talk directly to investors and analysts to go over those financial results we just mentioned. They will likely explain the numbers, discuss what is driving their performance, and answer tough questions. This part of the report is all about making sure everyone has the same information at the same time, which is a big deal in the financial world to keep things fair. And what makes this all really juicy is that they have attached the actual documents to this report. Exhibit 99.1 is the press release announcing their results, meaning the actual statement they put out to the world about their performance. And Exhibit 99.2 contains the presentation materials that the company's management will use to guide investors through their earnings. It is like getting the cheat sheet for their big investor presentation. So let us talk about these reports. While this 8K filing itself does not contain the actual detailed financial tables, we can infer the main points from the way it is structured. An 8K often contains press releases with summarized financial data. We can assume that the press release dated the 3rd of February 2026 included key figures for their fiscal second quarter, ended the 28th of December 2025. Typically, these would include revenue profit margins and earnings per share. The presentation materials attached would further break down these numbers, often showing year-over-year comparisons and quarter-over-quarter changes. They might highlight what drove revenue growth or decline, maybe explaining new product launches or challenges in the market. For UNIFI, we would be looking for trends in their main business segments, perhaps how their recycled fibers are performing against their virgin synthetic fibers. Are they seeing strong demand for sustainable materials? Are their costs for raw materials or energy impacting their profitability? This filing also mentions an interactive data file. This is a way for the SEC to receive company financial data in a format that computers can easily read and analyze. It is part of a push to make financial reporting more transparent and accessible for investors and researchers. We can imagine this file would contain all the detailed numbers that might have been summarized in the press release. And finally, signing off on this report is Andrew J. Ika, Executive Vice President, Chief Financial Officer, and Treasurer. This tells us who is formally responsible for ensuring this information is accurate and presented correctly to the public and the regulators. Now, looking at this filing, we do not have the full financial statements directly here, but we can piece together the story. UNIFI is reporting their quarterly results and also providing context through a press release and presentation materials for an upcoming earnings call. This means we should be looking for clarity on their financial performance, their strategies, and their outlook. For a company like UNIFI, which operates in a competitive market with evolving consumer preferences around sustainability, these announcements are crucial. Investors will be dissecting these numbers to see if UNIFI is growing, gaining market share, and managing its costs effectively. Are they seeing benefits from their investments in recycled materials? Are they facing headwinds from global supply chain issues or economic uncertainty? In conclusion, this Form 8K is a standard but important disclosure. It signals that UNIFI Incorporated is providing an update on its financial condition and setting the stage for investor engagement. Without the actual exhibits, we are left to infer, but we know the key announcement is their second quarter performance. We will have to wait for the actual press release and presentation materials to get the nitty-gritty numbers and understand the true story of their financial health and future prospects. Alright, that is our quick decode of this UNIFI Incorporated 8K filing. What do you think about these kinds of announcements, and what information do you look for when a company drops its earnings reports? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, please hit that like button. It really helps us out, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And hey, don't forget to join our Discord community. All the details are in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.